Hey everyone, it's Char from Char's Fashion, and I haven't done a sheet mask video in a while. Now, I got this from Mary Catherine from Mary Catherine Loves Cats when I had one to give away from her, and I'm going to leave her listed down below. So I want you to go check her out because she's just one of the sweetest people that I know. So been hot and then cold, hot and cold, hot and cold. Y'all know how that goes, right? Now, I would have put up one of my influencer videos, but I can't do that for the next 10 days. Now, sometimes you do videos and you just have to hold them until they say okay. So I was like, I was going to do a different video, but then it got late. I was like, you know what? Skincare. It's always a good video to do. Now, I know a lot of people pre-record. I was like, I was running out of content, y'all. You know how it goes. If you do content, you just start running out. Especially towards the end of the month. Especially. So, next month, I know I have my medical Botox coming up. I'll take care of a few things. Like my headaches, oh my gosh, the one I had today, that was horrible. Just horrible. So, oh my gosh, this smells like coffee. Now, the caffeine is supposed to help with the puffiness under your eyes and around your face. That's pretty good. I have to start, and this is Tony Moly. I did forget to tell you that. This is a Tony Moly sheet mask, I believe. Yes, says it right here on the bottom, Tony Moly. Now, I believe over here it was over here. I have my roller in one of the pouches of my chair. So I can sit here and roll this onto my face. So, hey, what you been up to? Oh yeah, I saw a video today. My dear sweet friend Viv from Viv Mom Sews, which I'm leaving her listed, and Joy. Joy, had two videos that kind of like ran together. And so my comments on the shorter one was because last night I didn't realize, because I was trying to figure out how did it go from 41 minutes to an hour and something. And then I went back and looked on my phone and I was like, oh geez. Because I was watching her on my tablet, which I always have next to me because when I'm trying to sleep at night, I used to listen to the monk music at night, and that's relaxing too, the Georgian monk chant. It's best to use a smaller one under your eyes. So, that is one thing. Now, when you're rolling these on your face, you're actually helping to get all of that lymphatic fluid going in your face. So, if you use a serum, roll it. And if you notice how I'm doing this, going up and down, but mostly up. Do that, and that helps with that fluid retention in your face. So this is one that you would leave on for about, I'm going to say what, 15, 20 minutes, usually, with the Tony Moly. And there's serum in here, which I'm going to use in a few minutes. I know I have not opened, yeah, there's the, I've not opened up my sewing machine box yet. I'm waiting on something. Although there's more exciting things coming here soon. Which also has to do with my sewing machine. Also, don't forget to roll the serum that's on there down to your neck. And also, when you're doing this at your neck, you're also helping to stimulate those fluids there. Do this at your neck so that helps with that. Now, me, I just have chronic migraines because of missing the lower parts of my spine. And now my hip, my right hip to be specific, my tattoos are my left. My right hip, that part of my tailbone, my knee, my ankle, and the top of my foot. But you know what though? I still come on here, right? There's my days where I'll just do a short video and that's my video, because it's a video. Let's see, I preset the coffee. Look, I'm just gonna let y'all know. My son made, because you know I still have some Death Wish beans left. He made that, you know, espresso. Bitter. The house. Bitter. It was bitter. So I preset coffee tonight because Steve works tomorrow. I preset the Amazonian gold for tomorrow. Much smoother. Much, much smoother. I feel like I'm missing a part of the mask for my chin. Probably am. Oh well. But anyway, I noticed the Amazonian gold is a lot smoother than the Death Wish. I don't mind espresso, don't get me wrong. But once you've switched to a coffee that has a beautiful like caramel vanilla and you go back to that espresso, I mean, we do have a coffee mask on. You realize that that Death Wish is bitter. It's got a bitter to it that shouldn't be there, but because you know I've been drinking that for years, right? Switched to the Amazonian gold and then try Death Wish, and then Death Wish is all blue. I choked it down because I didn't want to waste it because the coffee creamer, I felt like I needed like a half a big thing of coffee creamer to calm down the Death Wish espresso because it was that bitter. Here's my timer is talking to you, okay? So this has been on for 8 minutes and 40 something seconds, almost 50 seconds. Anyway, so yeah. Oh, you know what I haven't shown you? I'll set this up here for a minute. If you remember my 1/5 below haul, when I got this yarn from Five Below, y'all, it works with Timu yarn that my son got me. It works good. I don't know what I'm making yet, but I was testing out. It's like high school colors. Trying to think of what high schools I know that has this. Pendleton High School. My friend Millicent would know that. Except for she and I were Hermiston High, which was gold and purple. And I knew people that went to Pendleton High School. But my friend Millicent and I were Hermiston High School. Oh my gosh, my ex-sister-in-law, she stalks me on social media, right? So one year I went into the Hermiston High thing, and there's my ex-sister-in-law trying to say, oh, you never went to Hermiston High. And I'm like, here's the thing. I'm like, honey, what are you even doing over here? You were Pendleton. What are you doing? She's like, I'm just proving that you never went to this school. And I'm like, okay, but how would you know that? That was in '84 when I went to that high school. I'm like, you weren't even around then. I'm like, at least not in Hermiston. They lived, I think, on, oh, what was it? Cabbage Hill. They had a cabin up there because my ex-father-in-law, Pete, he was nice. He and Betty had a cabin built up on in a property they bought up in Cabbage Hill area. And that was like a mountain area, like right outside the, well, what we called the Mission Reservation, which is now the Umatilla Reservation. So it was like right outside of that native reservation. So, which seems to have expanded, thank goodness. Yeah, I found out that the tribes are starting to buy back pieces of Pendleton, which I think is awesome. And I always liked everybody off the res. I'm going to tell you that now. Most people that I ever associated with in Pendleton was from the reservation. I just didn't like associating with too many other people because, I don't know, people's energies, you know. But yeah, good for the reservation, you know, buying piece of that. Did they have a restaurant? Hope y'all got the fry bread going there. I'm not going to come back to Pendleton ever. You couldn't pay me. You could not pay me to go back to that town. So, put this on my hand. Oh, look. I'm in my 50s, and look at my hands. Even when I go like that, look at my hands. Your hands will tell people your age. If your hands are all wrinkle, all like wrinkled and everything, people can tell your age from that. So remember, you need to also take care of your hands and your elbows, right? Now, Rob, he can't help it. He has psoriasis, and that's psoriasis that our doctor, our rheumatologist, Dr. Stephen Soloway, both of his books. This is the one I got from him. He's on YouTube. And he does explain fibromyalgia and bad medicine. Read what that says, people. Okay, he talks about that in this book, Bad Medicine. And in Medical Politics, see what he talks about? He's here on YouTube. I will leave him linked. I'm almost done with this one. I will get this one signed in June. Good books for you to read for your health. Not a joke. Read these for your health. So, he did let Rob know that your psoriasis, if you suffer from psoriasis, it can be linked to arthritis, if you didn't know that. So, yeah, Rob has been getting bad psoriasis outbreaks. First I thought, okay, maybe he had got some shingles from me from when I had shingles. And that's not actually true. I'll leave it on a little longer. He ended up with that from the psoriasis, and it just broke him out in splotches. And I was like, I had to keep telling him, stop picking at it. It does not help you. So there was this one elder couple that I called them Grandma and Grandpa, even though they weren't. And they thought, okay, it was okay for me to call them that. Where Grandpa had psoriasis on his elbows really bad, but he didn't know, way back then, people did not know that psoriasis, for the most part, can be linked to food allergy, which I had one former roommate, which I don't talk to anymore because she tried to hold me as a slave in her apartment. When she would break out in a really bad psoriasis attack, I told her to stop eating wheat product, and within a month, her head was so bad with psoriasis, her scalp was cracked and it started to bleed, so she couldn't go to her hairdresser. A month later, she goes to her hairdresser. All of her psoriasis is cleared up because I got her to get off regular wheat. And like I said, I don't talk to that person anymore. Like, no. So there's always that, but then there's the link to psoriasis, like what Rob has. You know, to the psoriasis, to the arthritis. So there's always that. Knock on something, I don't have psoriasis. So yeah, there's that. Remember, your health, no matter if it's your health is something important from inside out. What you consume in your body is what makes you either healthy or makes you sick. You consume too much junk, you're gonna be sick. Let's put it this way. I took 2 good-sized cucumber, right? And I still had some pickle juice left, dill pickle juice. I sliced it up and I put that cucumber in that pickle juice and stuck it in the fridge, because by tomorrow, if Rob doesn't get into it, I told him, you stay out of that. Stay out of that now. It won't be all kind of pickly until sometime tomorrow. He likes when I do that. So that pickling brine is good for clearing your kidneys, right? You know, a lot of people do that, and it keeps them from having kidney issues, or at least it did back in the day. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. I think I worked most of it. This is almost dry. I think I've worked most of it into my skin. Now remember, when you do this, I never noticed that would go a little yellow, but that's the caffeine, y'all. But that's gonna soak in. And I don't have a yellow undertone, so yeah, that's the caffeine. Rub that in. Do not wipe off or wash off. And I see a lot of people make this mistake, is they wash off the serum. You want your face to glow. You want your face to feel good. You want to try to keep looking youthful. Don't wash that serum off, because then what's the point of even doing a sheet mask if you're just going to wash it off? I forgot that part. There we go. So, silly me, when I opened up all my stuff and I saw this, I forgot to look on the inside of of this. Now these can go, and there's 3. This is what Mary was putting in with everything. So you can put one in your T-zone. You can put it at the cheek. I'm thinking, how would you do that at the chin? Like that, I suppose. Or you could put it in your T-zone and one in each cheek. I thought maybe I would attempt one of these. To see, I guess you're supposed to leave this on overnight, if I can get it off of here right. This is supposed to be one of those ones that you leave on overnight. If I get the end, if I can get the end to curl back out, oh well. This is one of your little T-zone ones that you put right there. Mary, you're right. It is kind of like wearing paper. But if it's right here, I don't think it'll bother much because I don't think I got like a lot of serum right here. But we'll see how that works. In fact, we'll see. Oh yeah, my Curse Cosmetics headband for doing skincare and makeup. I'm not sure if these are still available. You know what I should have read, Mary? I should have read that. Your directions. One sheet inside. Let's see. Fits snugly against the skin and stays in place. Let's see. It stretches. See, made with high quality PU material. That sounds funny. PU material. And let's see. Skin breathe. Forehead, crow's feet, smile lines. So yeah, basically that's what they're for. Is your forehead, your crow's feet, which thanks to my doctor, she did a good job. And your smile lines. I'm aging. I'm not worried about smile lines. So this would be something that I'll see if I like. It says recommended wear time 6 to 8 hours. Removal instructions. Wet thoroughly before peeling off. Showering is recommended. Between the eyebrows. What the frick is an eyebrow? Eyebrow. Crow's feet and nostril folds, which is here. Because that's your nostril folds. Intended use. For general use only, this product is not intended to diagnose, treat, or cure any medical condition, which is always good to know because some people, you know. Store in a dry and cool place. That I have been doing. Caution, warning, for external use only. Yeah, remember that. I don't know why some people are dumb and try some other way. Avoid contact with eyebrows, hair, or broken skin. Good for me. I have my hair back in a really tight braid per usual. Keep out of reach of children. We don't have to worry about that. Do not use on sensitive or damaged skin. If irritation or redness occurs, discontinue use immediately. Huh. See, what Mary did was she took a picture of when she opened this, which I don't mind because that's helpful, and did the printout, which I appreciate. I should have noticed that that was in there in the first place, but silly me. Silly me. You know, so I'll see how this works in the morning. But so far, that caffeine one, right? Like, take this and rub this on your elbows, right? Your neck, your feet, because you have to take care of your feet too. I believe she gave me something for my feet once. And, oh yeah, she did when I won a different giveaway. She had put something in for my feet. I still have to use that one. I haven't used that one yet. I haven't had the chance. So I will end up doing that. And if you have issues with your feet like I do with my right foot, where it's starting to lose bone on the top, and that's why I get this redness on the top of my foot, is because I just hurt my knee a little more. But I get that redness on the top of my foot, and it's like a red bruise. So I'm trying to take care of my feet as much as possible. Just like you should take care of yourself and stay happy, stay healthy, stay positive, and as always, stay blessed. And I'll see you in the next one. This is a late video, but it's a video and it's up. Anyway, with that said, I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Also, really am thinking about getting those pop-in veneers. Let me know what you think. Anyway, see you later.